Today on HandyDadTV, it is cycle 3 of my lawn care program, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to be putting down in this cycle and what I've done in the past, and just kind of give you a basic update on my lawn, which is looking really nice. The lawn is looking pretty good. I have some weeds here that I just sprayed just a few days ago, and they're not gone yet, but they are definitely turning bright green and getting to a brown state, so they'll be gone very soon. And then it'll look beautiful for the rest of the summer. Welcome to HandyDadTV. I'm Chris Heider, your virtual dad in the cloud, and today we're talking lawn care, my 2018 lawn care program, which, as you know, I've been following the hybrid organic program from Alan Hain, and I started with a Milo fertilizer application with a starter fertilizer, and have moved on from there. And I put it all down. I'm a bit of a project manager, so I took his whole plan and I put it down in a calendar that laid it out for me to say, for my entire year or my entire season, how would I go about putting down different applications of different stuff and when. So let's take a look at that. All right, so this is my lawn care calendar. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee here. So this is my lawn care calendar, and I started out the year by, I didn't have this until cycle 2 is when I developed it. So in cycle 1 I started with a fertilizer application. I put down starter fertilizer and Milorganite. I also did a pre-emergent, and then I did a blanket weed control. And every time I mow the lawn, I use these hash marks to show when I mow. So I started mowing maybe every 5 days, and then it went to 4, and then it went down to, sometimes 3 days, sometimes even just 2 days in between. So, it depends. It depends on the weather, and I don't have any real plan for when I'm going to mow. I just basically write it down. I also make note of rainy weeks in here as well. And we have had this was a lot of rain, and then it got really hot in this area, and that's when I put my antifungal down. That was a bit early from what I was planning. So I'll link the video in the top right corner if you want to see how I came up with this lawn care plan and everything that's on it. But right now, we are in cycle 3. So cycle 3 is right before it starts getting really hot in the summer. So there's one thing that I said here was no weed control in cycle 3 or 4. And so I just put down spot weed control just the other day and used 2,4-D for that as well. So I did some weed control in cycle 1 and some in cycle 2, and that'll be it until I get to cycle 5. Now, I'm going to start like I do with every cycle. I'm going to start with a fertilizer application today. Now, to decide what I was going to put down, now I put Milo down for the last 2 fertilizer applications, but in cycle 2 I also did a soil savvy test. Now I actually did a comparison of several different soil tests, and you can watch that video. I'll link that right up there. But anyway, this was the soil savvy test, and what you can see from this is my NPK rating for my lawn. So P, they were saying, was on the high side. N is low, which is typical because the lawn uses that mostly to turn green. So that's why that's depleted. But K is low on here as well. So Milo is a 640 formulation now. So the problem with that is I'd get the 6N, which is good. I'd get 4P, and I'd get no K. All right, now, looking at this soil sample, you can definitely see that that's a bit of a problem for me. I definitely need the N, but I also need the K, and I wouldn't get that with Milo. So in looking at the hybrid lawn care program, what would I do? Well, I didn't want to put Milo down because I did not want more P. Instead, I needed more K. And in fact, if you look over here, Soil Savvy suggests what I should put down. It's saying I should put down the 0060, which is all K. That's you find that as myriad of potash is what it's called. And they're saying I should put down 10 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So that would be 130 pounds for my lawn. That's a lot of stuff to put down. So I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm going to do. But they also said on the organic side you could put down this 1006, which, believe it or not, this 1006 is the same formulation as another product that Alan Hain recommends called Ringer Lawn Restore. So Ringer Lawn Restore is that 1006, but even with the 6K, that's not going to get me enough to get it into the green zone. That might bump it a little bit, but it's not going to get me all the way up. So I'm doing a combination between the Ringer Lawn Restore and a Muriate of Potash application. So that's what I decided I'm going to do. Now also in this cycle, I've got my, let's see, the blue here is grub control. So I'm going to be putting down grub control, maybe not this weekend, but maybe next weekend. I do have another antifungal application going down. Remember I said I put the first one here. You're supposed to put the second down 2 weeks later. So that was a little bit early. So this one will be right here. This is a little bit early, but it's 2 weeks after my initial application. So I will put stuff down that weekend. The yellow was my insect control. I haven't really started that up yet, and sure enough, there are mosquitoes in my yard, so I do have to get that fired up in this cycle, definitely. And then, for the most part, it's just mowing and letting it be for the rest of the 2 cycles, because I'm not going to be putting down any more fertilizer on the lawn. In cycle 4, I'm going to be using Love Your Soil, which is a Jonathan Green product. That is a soil treatment, not a fertilizer for the grass. So that's what's heading into my summer, and the next time I do an update like this will be in the fall. Speaking of antifungal, if you'll recall, a week and a half ago, this area was all brown. You could see the brown patch coming in, and I put down my antifungal, propiconazole, and it definitely took care of it. It is now green. I mean, there's still some growing out, so you can still see some dead blades of grass in there that are still growing out, but for the most part it's looking much better. And I'll be doing another application of this in a few days. Alright, so this is what I'm putting down as far as fertilizer is concerned. This is the Ringer Lawn Restore, which has 0% phosphate, as you can tell. It's that 1006 is the formulation, and I'm gonna put down 100 pounds of this on my 13,000 square foot lawn, and let me show you how I got to that. So for my early summer treatment, I'm putting down Ringer Lawn Restore, which says on the bag that the application rate is 8 pounds per 1,000 square feet. I have a 13,000 square foot lawn, so you multiply 13 by 8 and that comes up with 104 pounds. Now what I'm using here is I have 3 bags, 2 40-pound bags and 1 25-pound bag, and that equals 105 pounds. So I'm a little bit heavier than 104, but it's close enough. Next, I want to correct my potassium deficiency, the K. The Soil Savvy test said to put down 0060 at 10 1/4 pounds per 1,000. So that comes out to a total of 6 pounds K. And the reason why you get that is you take 60% times 10 pounds. So they're saying I should put down 6 pounds per 1,000 of K. All right, now Ringer, I'm using 105 pounds, and there's 6% of that bag is K. So 105 times 6% comes out to 6.3 pounds total. Now I'm dividing that by 13 because I have 13,000 square feet, right? That comes out to 1/2 pound of K per 1,000 square feet. I hope you're following. So Ringer is going to provide me with 1/2 pound. I really need up to 6 pounds. So I'm adding Muriate of Potash. Now I bought 2 bags of Muriate of Potash. That's a total of 100 pounds. And that is a 0062 is the formulation. So that's 62% potash. 62 divided by 13, because it's 13,000 square feet, is 4.7 pounds of K per 1,000 square feet. All right, so add that 4.7 plus the 1/2 pound that I got from Ringer, and that means my total K for this application is 5.2 pounds per 1,000 square feet. Not quite the 6 pounds that Soil Savvy was saying I needed, but it's close enough in my opinion. And I'm going to take another soil sample in the fall, and I'll see where we land then. Now, the other thing I'm going to be putting down is the 0062. This is muriate of potash. So this is 100%, well, I should say 62% of volume is the potash, which, I don't know, is it potash or potash? I don't know. But I got this locally from Reed and Perrine. They're a local fertilizer supply company. So that's their own branded bags. I think they were about $30 a bag. And I'm going to be putting that down too. I got 2 bags of this. That's 100 pounds. But I don't think I'm going to put it down all at the same time. I think I'm going to put 1 bag at a time. I'm not sure. That's it might be a bit much for my lawn at once. But anyway. And then for grubs, I'm putting down this the Bear Complete Insect Killer, which is, let's see here, it's imidacloprid, cyfluthrin, and other ingredients. But imidacloprid and cyfluthrin are the, imidacloprid is the one that's primarily for grubs, and the cyfluthrin is a general insecticide that will take care of ants and any other kind of bugs, ticks, fleas, etc. that might be in the lawn. So that's a good overall lawn treatment. Now, they do say this stuff is not good for bees, so if you have any clover with the little flowers on your lawn, you really shouldn't use this because it will affect the bees as well. But I don't have that, luckily, and so I can put that down. My mom always told me to trim your bushes 3 times a year on the holidays: Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. Sorry, Mom. I am lucky if I get it done once a year. But they look good for now. I gotta tell you, this stuff is not cheap compared to Milo, but I got it at a really good price. So I found a retailer locally that is a Jonathan Green dealer, and so that's why I was in there to get Love My Soil. But it turned out that they also had some bags of Ringer Lawn Restore. So I asked them the price. When I heard $53 for a big bag, I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, they said, but hang on, let me check. And they go and they said, hey, we're looking to close this out, so we'll give it to you for cost. So I wound up getting it, the big bags, for $37. And the small bag, I think, was like, I don't even know, it was like $25. It was ridiculous. So I cleaned out what they had. They had 4 bags left, and I took them all. Interesting thing. There's more volume by weight than in these bags than there is in Milo, because I could take a whole bag of Milo and drop it in here, and that's 36 pounds. This one, I was going to overflow it if I put the whole bag in. So, and this holds 50 pounds, according to the marketing literature. But that's 40 pounds. I only put in about 30 pounds of it because I still have 10 in the bag. It kind of smells like fish food. It doesn't really smell like Milo, that's for sure. But either way, it smells like success. With spreader manufacturers. So Earthway, this is directed at you. So when you're trying to get the last bit of fertilizer out of the hopper and your holes are on the left side, what do? You tip it this way to get all the material that might be over here over to the holes, right? Well, there's only one drive wheel. Can you guess which wheel is the drive wheel? That one. So when I tilt it this way, the impeller doesn't turn. See? I would have to tip it this way to get the impeller to turn. Come on, guys. How stupid is that? Nice new bling I got here from the man himself. Hey, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, because I work hard on this lawn, and I hope you enjoy it and learn something from it too. So enjoy your summer, and I will see you in the fall. Visit my website, HandyDadTV, for more great ideas and information.
Be sure to subscribe to be the first to know when new videos are posted.